as warriors of the mind? It's a thought that once seemed unknown to me, confusing even. The words of a close mentor that stick with me to this day. As a wide-eyed 2-year-old in my first dance class, I never imagined continuing it as an adolescent. At 6, dance was my sanctuary, my own canvas to paint freely. And with time, it slowly became my coping mechanism for life's challenges. Okay, so as a dancer, the constant critique that we receive, whether from peers, instructors, or audiences, shapes us into warriors of the mind. Studies show that regular exposure to constructive criticism enhances resilience and cognitive flexibility. Dancers themselves tend to ignore the fact that their sport has an incredibly high impact on their body, varying from a larger memory range to enhanced spatial recognition. It is also proven that dancers with 5 or more years of experience heavily improve their physical well-being, which helps them to avoid stress-related health problems such as lung or heart diseases. But what happens outside all the pirouettes and leaps and basically all the glitter that comes with being a dancer? Is perfection in human form the stereotype society has put on us? Sadly, 1 in 5 dancers have had at least moderate symptoms of anxiety or any eating disorders. Moments where thoughts of surrender fill my mind are the hardest. When you think about it, I'm doing something where judgment is constant, where I have to adjust myself to the expectations of a sport. If I have to get thinner or get stronger because my movements look sloppy, why do I fulfill those expectations they have of myself? Why submit myself to such cruel criticism? For the most part of my life, I have been a victim of my own thoughts. I never identified the difference between me and any other teenager my age who chooses any other sport as a hobby. Now, I don't know much, but I guess that us athletes have had at least some kind of hate directed towards us. Going back to when I was 10, I remember having to deal with a bunch of girls that made fun of me by the way I danced or by the way I acted. And I remember having to change my whole personality to at least have the opportunity to sit with them before rehearsals. Now being 14 years old, I start to notice how dance has shaped me to be the person I am today. Leaving aside all the struggles and all the things I had to go through to finally accept myself as a person, I have to admit, creative dancing really can foster psychological resilience. I find it fascinating how dance can maintain an individual's own existence through movement, their bodily actions trying to make sense of life. With all that judgment and all that cruel criticism that I spent and I had to go through throughout all my life as a dancer, dance raised me to be an ambitious person, to be someone who is always striving for more. And thanks to that ambition, it has taken me places where 7 years ago I never would have thought I would be. And you can call me all the names you want, but I'm grateful for all the words I took personally, because they have given me the characteristics of what I think of a leader. The truth is, dance shapes people, and there's no denying that. According to an article from Statista, nearly 26% of citizens in the United States take dance as a hobby, and 73.4% of those are women. Are there any dancers here? If so, raise your hand. Really, raise your hand. Raise it. I'm being serious. Okay, I know some of you didn't raise your hand, but good. Independently if you are one or not, I find it crucial to understand that dance is not only moving your body to the rhythm of a song. It is art, it is calm, it is free and abstract just as the mind. Dancers are warriors of the mind. The physical and psychological strength one has to keep going in this field is immense. That was what made me fall in love with it. As a wide-eyed 2-year-old in my first dance class, I never really imagined being here, standing here in front of you today, and talking about what has now become my passion. And for all that, I would like to thank Miss Fernanda Casanova, one of my teachers that was the one who taught me that dancers are warriors of the mind, and the one who shaped me eventually into one. As I stand here today, reflecting on my journey through the world of dance, I am reminded of the profound impact it had not just in shaping my body, but my mind and spirit as well. It's easy to underestimate the mental fortitude required to succeed in this art, to dismiss dancers as mere entertainers without recognizing the warriors we truly are. So to all of you out there, I wish to leave you with this. When insecurity clouds your mind, remember why you first started. Remember all the effort and perseverance it took to get to this point. Embrace the journey, embrace the challenges, for they are what makes us stronger and shapes us into being better people. In my case, in the dance studio, we'll learn not only technique, but perseverance, of pushing through the pain to paint a masterpiece. And if there is something that I have learned during these 12 wonderful years of being a dancer, is that criticism will be there all your life. How you take it is what determines if you're successful or not. Thank you for listening. My name is Cuicar.